In the void we find solace, in the darkness we thrive. Prime Outcast Collective, we will survive.
Good morning, Prime Outcast Collective. This is Tabby Cat Meow with the Hellfire Club of Hawkins. Today's video is about your Railjack and all the things you're missing if you haven't been doing your Railjack missions. I'm working on a separate video to help make your Railjack stronger, so I won't be covering any of that topic today. By collecting and mastering everything I'm going to go over in this video, you will earn a massive amount of mastery points. I'm talking 199,000. Once you've gotten to mastery rank 29, the amount of points you'll need to get to mastery rank 30, and then legendary 1, 2, 3. The amount of points is fixed for each rank at 147,500. That means even at a high rank, you're going to earn at least a full mastery rank just for doing everything related to your Railjack. Lower mastery ranks will gain 2 or 3 ranks. You might even gain 5 if you're low enough. I plan to make a video explaining mastery very soon, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so it'll pop up in your recommendations when it's ready. Nearly all Railjack missions start out exactly the same. You'll need to clear so many fighters off the map, clear a few crew ships, and then enter the main ship to start the mission. Familiar types like survival, extermination, spy, and defense are just the same as those missions that you're used to. Certain nodes will require you to kill a galleon captain. All you need to do is complete all your objectives, enter the galleon ship, kill the galleon captain. That's it. Orphex missions are only going to allow you to use the operator and your mech once you've entered the final phase of the map. I do not recommend you try to solo this mission. I have a very good operator amp and a very good void rig. There's not enough time to complete anything by yourself, so grab a team. Points of interest are an optional objective using this symbol. They will appear on almost all non-void storm missions. You just need to enter the structure, follow the waypoint to hack a console, and then leave. That's it. It takes 30 seconds to do. Sentinel anomaly missions are in the Void Proxima. They are little red blinky nodes, and they will not occur on the same node that a void storm is happening. Once you get to the anomaly part of the mission, you just need to enter, kill 20 sentients, and leave. Skirmish is an assorted exterminate mission type. Random objectives include taking out one or more structure, which could be an asteroid hangar, asteroid base or galleon commander, a missile platform, pulse turbine, or ship killer platform. Void storms are the same as void fissures, but in space. You collect 10 reactant to unlock a relic. Only one person needs to collect the reactant, so everybody else can stay on the ship. One person completes the objective, everybody wins. There are a number of resources you can only get access to from doing your Railjack missions. Honorable mention for cubic diodes. They are also found at Europa Corpus Ice Planet tile sets, the Eximus Dropit, and carbides. They're found on Grenier Shipyard tile sets. However, both of these resources are more commonly found during Railjack missions. The OG Ash Blueprint is available for purchase in the market for credits, but acquiring his parts is going to require some grinding. Various missions offer different drop chances for these parts. To get Ash's systems, head over to Venus Proxima. Bifrost Echo Exterminate gives you a 4.88% chance for it to drop. Fallen Glory Defense and Luckless Expanse Survival offer a 13.33% chance, although it does going to take a little bit more time. The drop chance has been narrowed down to the Rotation A loot table, which will be available at both round 5 or 5 minutes and round 10 or 10 minutes. Ash's Neuroptics can be found in Neptune Proxima. Nua Gua Mines Exterminate will give you 4.82% drop rate, or 13.33% drop rate from Rotation A of either Arvea Vector Defense or Enkendu Ice Drift Survival. Ash's final piece, the chassis, is in Pluto Proxima. 7 Sirens Exterminate is a 4.82% drop chance, while Obel Crossing Defense and Fenton's Field Survival is 13.33% chance on rotation A. Oberon's blueprint is conveniently obtainable from the market for credits. When you're seeking out his neuroptics and systems, Earth points of interest are giving you a 10% chance of obtaining them. The chassis is in Saturn points of interest, which also has a 10% chance. Sevagoth's blueprint is a mission reward upon successfully finishing the Calla Tempestari quest. Should you wish to construct another Sevagoth for the helmet, additional blueprints are available for purchase from Cephalon Samaris for 50,000 standing post-quest completion. All Sevagoth parts have the potential to drop upon completing Void Storms. Neptune Storms offer an even 9.76 chance for the Neuroptics chassis or systems drops, while Pluto and Veil Void Storms can give you a 10% chance. Running several consecutive Void Storm farms has a really good chance to drop all 3 parts within 5 to 6 missions. While Protea is typically acquired from Granum Void, building her systems require titanium, exclusively found during Railjack missions. Meanwhile, her neuroptics are going to need cubic diodes, which are obtainable from Corpus ice planets by defeating Eximus, or resource containers in Railjack missions. Nightwave credit offering Protea's MAV helmet also requires null stones. Endo is farmable in the Railjack. Not only is it in the loot table several times for every mission, but you can also scrap wreckage you collect from destroying ships in the Scrap Uranus mission rewards. The higher tier your mission, the more the scrap is worth. Earth and Venus Proxima drop Mark 1 scrap, worth 75 Endo. Saturn and Neptune Proxima drop Mark 2, worth 150 Endo. And Pluto and Veil Proxima drop Mark 3, which is worth 225 Endo. Doesn't sound like much Endo for a single item, but you'll accumulate scrap at an impressive rate. A good farm would be while you're doing your Corrupted Hollow Keys and the Veil Void Storms, since 10 keys can drop there. You need at least 200 Hollow Keys to buy all the Tenet weapons from Ergo class, and a whole lot more keys to balance fusion your way up to 60% damage. Caliban and all of his parts are rewards from Narmer, Cetus, and Fortuna bounties. However, to complete the construction of Caliban, you're going to need 9 anomaly shards, which are unique drop attained solely from completing Sentinel anomaly missions located in Veil Proxima. All blueprints necessary for Bonewidow can be acquired from Mechloid in the Chrysalis on Deimos. However, when constructing his engine, you're going to need the Railjack exclusive titanium to build it. What does Nyx Prime, Valkyr Prime, Cyrnos Prime, Venka Prime, Shendo Prime, and Haiku Prime have in common? Besides being primes, these primes will not be vaulted. Not as long as their relics drop exclusively from abandoned derelict caches. You just gotta go and get them. If I were to ask you how many weapons are available because of Railjack, how many do you think they are? 5, 6? Try 19. I've already mentioned the 4 prime weapons that come from relic drops from the abandoned derelict caches, but there are 7 weapons you get directly from Railjack missions, and 8 weapons that require Railjack materials to make. The Ambassador Blueprint drops with varying chances. 8.33% from Neptune and Pluto survival missions, 12.5% from Venus survival, and 16.67% from Veil survival. It's found on Rotation C loot table, requiring a minimum 20-minute mission duration. For efficiency, players can farm both Ash and Ambassador simultaneously, since they can drop in the same mission. Additionally, all 3 Ambassador parts have a 5% drop chance from Rachnoid enemies in Corpus survival missions. Despite the seemingly low odds, multiple Rachnoids spawn, increasing the potential drops. You can also keep an eye out for Rachnoids during the Narmer Fortuna bounties assassination phase as well. All of Athodai's parts and blueprint has a 6.45% chance to drop from Corpus Venus Proxima points of interest. Try saying that 5 times fast. Carmine Penta's parts and blueprints have a 6.06% chance to drop from Corpus Pluto and Veil Proxima points of interest. Epitaph parts and blueprint has a 9.76% chance to drop from Saturn void storms and a 10% chance to drop from Earth and Venus void storms. Both Pennant and Quellor blueprints have a 7.31% chance of dropping from Galleon captains. Galleon mission nodes where these captains can be found are Razio's Rest in Saturn Proxima, Flexa in Veil Proxima, and occasionally Corm's Belt on Earth Proxima, but it isn't consistently a Galleon mission node. Spectra Vandal parts and blueprints drop from Grenier Veil Proxima points of interest. The BP has an 8.7% chance, and parts have a 6.52% chance to drop. The Basmu blueprint can be acquired from various sources. Among these, the Knights of Nabris event appears to be the most common, as operations are seldomly repeated. Given that the majority of the materials required for crafting the Basmu are exclusively found in Railjack Missions, it's landed on this list. The blueprint for Shedu is a reward for completing the Era story quest. Additional blueprints can be purchased from Cephalon Samaris for 100,000 standing once the quest is complete. All parts have a 1% drop chance from the Symbolist enemies. Prior to Archon hunts, they were only found in the Sentinel Anomaly nodes in Veil Proxima. For those who haven't completed all the quests to unlock hunts or who aren't strong enough to run these missions, Sentinel Anomaly nodes are the only other option. The blueprint for Venato is available from research in the tenno lab of your dojo. It requires anomaly shards, only obtainable from the Sentinel Anomaly nodes. There are 5 Tenet weapons available for purchase from Ergoglast in the pair and sequence room of most relays. That's Tenet Agendus, Exact, Ferox, Grigori, and Levia. The only currency that Ergo accepts is corrupted holokeys. You have a 100% chance of having the sister or parvos you are hunting to drop 1 holokey on your final confrontation. However, you are better off getting them as mission rewards for completing void storms. You get about a 37% chance of Earth and Venus void storms to drop 3. Neptune can drop 4, Saturn can drop 5, Pluto 6, and Veil Proxima void storms can drop 10 holokeys. Nautilus is found in Neptune Proxima. There's a 4.65% drop chance from rotation B, 15 minutes, or 4.26% chance from rotation C, 20 minutes, of Neptune Defense Mission, or 6.06% drop chance of Neptune Corpus points of interest. If you remember, I said point of interest takes less than 1 minute, and Nautilus comes with a very powerful Sentinel weapon, Virgilus. I love my Virgilus, so you should try it. There are some Railjack exclusive mods that you should be collecting while you're here. The Parzon mods can be found during the first cache during a Railjack spy mission. That is Hard Reset, Firewall, Malicious Code, Power Drain, and Swift Mercy. There are other mods that have a drop chance from any point of interest. These mods are nothing to sneeze at. You got Hemorrhage, Internal Bleeding, and Votive Onslaught. I know I went over a lot of things, and hopefully you found a reason to continue your Railjack journey from this video. You can see that Railjack is a huge part of Warframe, and you're missing out if you choose not to play that part of the game. This is Tabby Cat Meow. Have a good morning.
Our battle has begun. Prime Outcast collective, we fight as one. From the outer space to the deserted plains, we rise above the chaos, breaking all chains beneath the shadows, where outcasts unite. We clench our fists and prepare for the fight. We're serrated, blazing guns ablaze. We'll bring the pain in this digital